If you're an e-commerce lover, you're going to absolutely love this pre-built template that we put together for you. So this template enables you to send out messages, doesn't matter which channel it is, to your customers when your product update status changes from completed, shipped, or even cancelled. So this is what the flow actually looks like. And let's take a quick look inside of WhatsApp to see what it looks like to your customers. So it looks pretty cool, right? My name's Pete. Let's hop into the builder and show you how to configure this for yourself. So here we are inside of the actual flow builder itself, and with any kind of template that we share with you, you can obviously go in and edit these to your heart's content. So we've just got this one as a basis, but like I said, you can go in and edit this to how you feel. Okay, let's just quickly go through this, because what we need to do is we need to create something else to make this work. All right, so what you're looking at now is the very first step, which is the conditional step. Okay, so this filters through the different types of events that we're going to be using. So in this example, we're going to be filtering on the event, which is the shipping status. So whether that's the shipping status is completed, pending, shipped, or even cancelled. And attached to each one of those conditions then is an actual response message that your customers will receive. So let's just take a look at a couple of these. So the first one there is on completed. It says, hey, first name, thank you for your order. It's currently awaiting shipping. We will send you a message once your order has been shipped. And if we skip over to the third one there, which is the actual shipped message, okay, you can see that it says, great news, your order has now been shipped, and it will have the information in there which they will need, such as who is delivering, the courier, okay, their tracking number, and also the live tracking URL. So how do we actually get all of this information back to your actual customers? Okay, it's very, very simple. And what we use is a thing called an inbound webhook. And this enables data or information transfer between different types of platforms. And in this case, we're going to be using the Sendly e-commerce store to send information back to the chatbot that is sent out to all of your customers. Okay, let's go ahead, head back into the dashboard, and let's hop over into this one called Tools. Okay, inside of the Tools section then, you'll see the top bar here. Okay, what we need to head towards is inbound webhooks and create a new inbound webhook. Okay, so let's just give this inbound webhook a name. So I'm just going to put on there order status. Okay, and click on save. Okay, great. So that's the first part done. So this is the information, or where we need to start configuring your actual inbound webhook. And here you can, whether you want to turn it on or off, that's entirely up to you. The name we've just entered, and a webhook URL. And this is the key to how it all works and all the magic. And we'll show you exactly what to do with this in a second. Okay, and this is the workflow that you want to send, or the messages that you want to send to your users. For example, that flow that we've just shown you inside of the flow builder. Okay, here then you can check out the logs. So if there's any errors or anybody's coming through and it shows successes, you will have all of the information there. And this is where we can start configuring. So if we go ahead and select on edit. Okay, so now you'll see this screen appear. Okay, don't let it go over your head. I know it looks kind of complex, but honestly, it's really, really not. So let's start from the top here. So this is the webhook URL. So what do we need to do with this? Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using the Sendly e-commerce for this. So it doesn't matter what e-commerce builder that you're using or e-commerce store that you're using, it probably takes a webhook URL. And basically, like I said, it allows information transfer between different types of platforms. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to copy this URL, and we're going to head over into the Sendly e-commerce builder itself. Okay, great. So now we're here. So what I need to do is we need to head off into the website settings and then navigate to the applications tab. And here then we can add a brand new application. And this is where you're going to search for webhook. So if we just scroll down slightly, you're going to see connect a webhook. Okay, and this enables you to notify external softwares, i.e. the chatbot, when specific events take place. Okay, so we're simply just going to paste that webhook inside of there, and we're going to select the actual event like this one, which is the order updated. Okay, and click on save. Great, so what we need to do now then is we need to hop back over into the chatbot itself and start listening to some information. Okay, so this is where we're going to start listening for information. So all we need to do is simply just click on that listen to payload. Okay, so now this is awaiting any type of changes that has happened to the order status update. So let's go back into the sender e-commerce. Okay, great. Now let's just head over into the actual orders itself because we're checking order updates in this scenario. Okay, let's go into this first order here. Okay, great. So what the information or what the inbound webhook is waiting for is some type of information. So let's go ahead and let's just click on fulfilled order, and we're going to put some information in here. Tracking number is 123. This is just an example that you'll go through yourselves. The shipping carrier is FedEx, and the tracking URL is www.sendly.co.uk. Something simple like that. Okay, so we can go ahead and click on save. So what this is doing now then is this is going to be sending information back to the actual chatbot itself. So let's hop over back into the chatbot. Okay, so once we're here then we're simply going to click on done. Okay, perfect. So it's picked up all of the information because we can see now that all the information is being posted into this JSON payload. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to do two types of different things here. So we need to do a thing called JSON path mapping, which you'll see on the left hand side. And down the bottom, this is the information that you want to send back or store to your customers. Okay, it's very, very simple. I know I'll make it sound complex, but honestly, it's really, really not. Okay, so to send messages to your users, they need to, whether they exist inside of your chatbot or they don't exist, and we can create new users based on the information. Okay, so how to do that then is we either need the user NS, phone number, or email, and it will search through each one of these to see which one exists. So let's take for example a phone number. The user inside of your chatbot doesn't exist. Okay, it will create a brand new user based on that phone number. Let's go down to the email. If the email exists inside of your actual chatbot, okay, it will marry up this information and send the messages to that user based on that email there. Okay, so we just need to put some identifiers in here or some type of value. All right, so let's go ahead and click on this button here called Preview Payload. Okay, so if we just scroll down the screen slightly. Okay, so like I said, there's two parts of information that we should put in first. So let's just take a look at the phone number. So all you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and find the phone number, which is here. Click on phone. And you'll see this section here, update with some type of value. So we're just going to copy that value, Control C, and we're just going to paste that value into here where the phone number is. And again, exactly the same process for the email. So customer's email, we're going to copy, okay, and paste that inside of there. Really, really simple. Okay, so what we need to do here then is we need to save the information. All right, so customer's email, we're going to save that to the system field called email, which is here. Okay, so once that's selected, simply click add and it will add it to the list below. As you can see, it's been added to the list below. So let's go ahead and add the phone number. We're going to marry that up with the system field phone number, which is phone. And again, add. And we can do this for the rest of the information. So let's go through this. So I want to save their name. Okay, and we're just going to add this to the username field. Username. And add. So it's up to you whether you want to store any further information. So in this case, because we're managing types of order updates, we want to save that information. So if we just scroll down here then, okay, we'll see this one here as status. So that's one we want to save because that's what everything works off, is here. So let's click onto there. We're going to save the status to the status field that we've already created. Shipping status. And add. Great. Now let's just scroll down and see if there's any more information that we want to receive. Okay, so we've got the fulfillment data. So we want to save the courier. And let's just type in courier, which is this one. Click add. Great. Let's do the same for the tracking number and the tracking URL. Okay, perfect. So that's all that information saved. That's all the information that we need for this example to store and display back to the actual user itself. So let's go ahead and we're simply going to come down to the bottom and click on save. Okay, great. So that's all done. So all we need to do then is attach it to the subflow or the flow that you've got inside of this template. Okay, called shipping status. Great, and let's go ahead and turn it on. Perfect, so that's all ready to rock and roll right now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into the e-commerce and go to that order, and we're going to start moving some data around. We're going to change the statuses and you're going to see it live come through on WhatsApp in this example. So this can be used on many different channels: Facebook, Instagram, SMS, or even on the website chat widget itself. So let's go into the Sendly e-commerce. So here we are inside of the actual order itself, and what we're going to do in this example is we're just going to change the statuses, and you're going to see the messages in live time be sent directly to the customer inside of WhatsApp. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just change this status here. So we're just going to put in there mark as completed, and we're going to click on save order. Okay, perfect. So that's come through straight away. Hey Pete, thank you for your order. It's currently awaiting shipping. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is we want to change this now to shipping. And in this example, hopefully, fingers crossed, it will send all of the shipping information too. And save order. Absolute perfect. So, hey Pete, great news. Your order has now been shipped. Your courier is FedEx. Your tracking number is 123. And you can go ahead and view the live tracking information there. So that's how simple it is to actually start sending information from your e-commerce store to your customers via the chatbot. And obviously in this example, we were just using WhatsApp, but like I said, you can use this on any channel that you want. So just to summarize is, don't forget to go in and create that inbound webhook and store all of the information that you require once you've done that test. But if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us via the support chat. We'll see you in the next video.